Hi kids, how are you? I hope all of you in a good health. So for today, we will learn about science room rules. This topic you need to learn especially when we enter the science room. That's why you need to learn the science room rules. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to adhere to the science room rules. Okay kids, the first rule is line up before entering the science room. This rule is also apply when we entering our class, right? We line up. Okay, so what happened if we didn't obey this rule? Okay, if we didn't line up, we may injure ourselves. Why? Because when all of you running and didn't line up, we may be bump into our friend and we can get injured. So that's why we need to line up and enter the science room one by one. Okay, rule number 2 is we need to ask teacher permission before entering the science room. Teacher permission means kebenaran cikgu. We cannot simply enter the science room without teacher permission. Okay, you cannot enter the science room without teacher permission because there's a lot of dangerous tools, uh, there's a lot of things in the science room that you need guidance from the teacher to use it. Okay, so you cannot enter the science room by yourself. You need to ask teacher permission. Okay kids, rule number 3 is we need to clean and tidy up the science room before going out. Clean and tidy up means we need to bersihkan, kemaskan bilik sains sebelum kita keluar. Why? Why should we clean and tidy up the science room? Okay, because the first one is usually after we enter the science room, there will be another class who will enter the science room also. So if we just left it after we use it without tidying it up, other student will not able to use the science room. So we should clean up the rubbish. We should throw it into the dustbin. Don't throw it in the sink. If we throw the rubbish in the sink may be clogged. Okay, and then we need to tidy up all the chair. We put all the apparatus, the tools that we use on its place. Okay, for example, the beaker, we put it in the beaker rack. Okay, so that's why we need to clean and tidy up the science room before going out. Okay, the fourth rule is you cannot run. Do not run and play in science room. Okay, the science room is not a playground for you to play. Like I said just now, there's a lot of apparatus that is fragile and easily break in the science room. There's a lot of other tools that is dangerous. So you cannot just run and play in science room. First, if you play in the science room, maybe you will injure yourself, okay, by bumping on the tools or on the table. Okay, the second one, if we run and play, maybe if you run, maybe you will bump on the apparatus in the science room and you will break it. Okay, so that's why we cannot simply run and play in science room. The science room is for us to study, for us to conduct our lesson, not for you to play around like a playground. Okay, remember that. If next time we go to the science room, you cannot run and play. You just sit on the chair provided. Okay kids, for the fifth rule, you cannot eat and drink in science room. Okay, you cannot bring your water bottle, you cannot bring your food when you entering science room, because if, for example, if you bring your bottle and drink your water in the science room, there is a possibility you will be spilling the drink and you're gonna make all the table in the science room wet. Okay, so it is forbidden for you to eat and drink in science room. Okay, kids, for the last rule, okay, this is also important. You do not bring your bag in science room. Okay, for this one, what is the thing that you can bring? You can only bring your stationery. Your bag, you left it in the class. Okay, you left it in the class. You only allowed to bring your stationery. Okay, kids, before we teacher give you task, let us answer this quiz together. What will happen if we obey, if all the students obey the science room rule? Okay, can you think of the answer? Okay, one of the answer is if all of the students behave well and obey the science room rule, the lesson will be conducted well. Okay, the lesson will, all of us will be able to, all of the students will be able to carry on with the experiment, do the experiment, do the observation well. Okay, because all of the students obey the science room rule. Okay, the second question. What will happen if you eat in science room? This one, teacher, there is an answer that teacher already told just now why you shouldn't eat in the science room. Okay, this one, answer it by yourself. Think and try to answer this question. Okay? Okay, kids, that's the end of our lesson today. So for your task, I need you to answer all the questions in activity book, page 11 and 12. After that, you can submit it via Google Classroom. Okay, that's all for today class, and I hope I will see you on the next lesson. Goodbye, take care and stay safe.